Good morning, good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Shorting small caps is very high risk. And as always, thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. The PRs will start flowing in 10 seconds. So let's see what April has for us. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, just missed BTAI. It had a nice little push here up to 163. Oh, but that was at 4. Huh. She's quick. KTTA. I wonder if that one's going to move. It looks like a PR that might move it. Yeah. F announces grant of fast track designation by FDA.
KTTA.
At $1 level is probably it. Yeah, I'm going to miss it. Oh well. I might force an entry here at 89 cents. Let's see. Yeah. Small entry, 89. I'm not going to make much from it, but caught it on its second little pop up. There we go, a little flush on it. But man, yeah, that dollar level would have been nice. I had an order at 81 cents, but it didn't go. There we go. Here we go. We're getting a good pop now. So kind of didn't get another great fill, but added at 92 cents. And I have another order waiting at 95 and 99. So anyways, let's see about this company. 74 million market cap, 90 million float. A lot of red on AskEdgar. Announces the FDA granted fast track designation to PAS 004 for treatment of NF, what's that, 1L associated neurofibro. I don't even know how to say that. Let's see. So it's still in early stage phase 1 testing with no regulatory approval. And fast track does not guarantee approval or successful clinical outcome, but Yeah, I like this trade. So let's just see if it fades a little. There we go. I'm gonna trimmed a little at 83 cents since I got to a couple thousand shares. And just still hanging on to these last few or these last thousand. See if we get a better fade on it.
CYCN.
CYCN. We're between some 200s. This one has a tiny float, doesn't it? CYN. Oh no, this got a big float. What is going on here? Grab and locate. I'm about to stab this one too. But this one's still moving fast, so I'm gonna see what's going on first. So I'm in it. 220 was my first stab. Merger, crap. But I'm in the money, 20 cents, so let me just trim down. Oh, we're in the 180s, let's go. Trimming. Well, that worked out. So I'm out now. Caught about 20-cent move on it. I got out pretty quick on this one because it's a merger agreement. So until I know the details, I don't know if I'm in early or not. Concurrent private financing of approximately 380 million. Let me check my other play I was in. Hopefully got some money. Oh, we did get some money rotation. Whoa. Let's go. Round trip covered. All right. On KTTA. But anyways, back to CYCN. Money, that's a good example of money rotation, guys. But private financing approximately 380 million expected to fund. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig into this one. So I'm gonna leave it alone for now. But this, remember how I say the glory days when there's multiple pops at 7 o'clock and then one just steals attention from the other? This was a great example. What CYCN popped after KTTA. So CYCN, I'm probably gonna leave alone until I can dig into this deal. But even once I dig in, I'm probably still gonna avoid it, to be honest, because I don't like these merger plays. They tend to hold their gains well. Well, that's been an exciting 7 minutes. So this level I have drawn was a previous pop up to about 230. It seemed to be close to where it rejected at. But like I said, I'm probably going to leave this one alone since it's merger news. Caught like a 20-cent scalp on it. I'll take that as a win. Any of y'all catch KTTA move? Chef, good job. Good. I like when y'all Now give me some likes. Only have 8 likes. Appreciate the likes, guys. And the reason why I say that is because I notice whenever I do get more likes, I do definitely get more views. So I appreciate it. I think there's a correlation with the algorithm. But T-Bone looks like he reviewed it. And so CYCN seems bad for shareholders. They only get 1.5% of the company. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Well, we're flirting with high a day. I'm probably going to leave it alone just because I don't have a lot of great success with mergers. But if there was an entry, I'd consider we're around it. But again, I'm gonna pass on this one, guys. I just don't do well with these mergers. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for the likes. Well, that was a nice little start. Wish I'd have went a little heavier with KTTA, but I didn't add much size because I felt like I was late and never did catch the big pushes. So I was only in a couple thousand shares. But a win's a win. We'll take it. We had a nice after hours session yesterday. Honestly, yesterday was a good day. Uh, Finished a little over 3K, 3,200. Didn't have any like massive wins. NCI was my biggest win, that sketchy halt situation that was going on during the day. But after hours was really good too. There's some nice round trips. I didn't catch the whole moves on any of them, but CYCN still pushing. Yeah, see, these mergers they're iffy to short. And half the people that's probably in them don't even know the terms and if it's a good trade or not, but or if it's a good deal or not. But for whatever reason, I think T-Bone said it well. They tend to hold up. They hold up artificially. So John, yeah, that's just from me trading so long. So I've kept up with a lot of data throughout the. Well, wouldn't say a lot because that makes it sound like I'm always crunching. In the beginning, I used to track these things because again, y'all know I kind of learned it myself. I didn't really know there were public short sellers out there in the beginning, so um, a lot of data I did compile, but not news. This is just what I've seen in the past. And so I just noticed that when I have mergers, they tend to do this. I notice when the market cap's too big, they tend to do this, you know. I notice phase two is about 50-50, depending on the market. If we're in a hot market, they'll push. If we're in a cold market, they usually fade. Phase three, I try to never short unless it's just an absolutely insane move. You know, so it's just little things like that. But again, y'all know April, I'm going to try to focus more on the group and trading, less on real estate. So that might be a good project to compile like bullish news, bearish news, you know, what news I like to see, my favorite fluff news versus the news to avoid. But yeah, historically with mergers, this is a really good example of how they usually play out. They just tend to push. And again, since I've became public and people have reached out and I've made some relationships, I know David Capablanca, the Friendly Bear guy, I think he usually avoids mergers too. I think he mentioned that to me before, so I think there's something to it. J Money, I'm in 250. Yeah, no, there's probably a spot to stab it. It's just I'll wait for another play. Yeah, there'll be a spot where it pushes too much and it'll give back, but again, I didn't see very many strong levels that I really loved on it. The main strong level I liked was 2 and 230, and we're above that now. So and this is just again, we're playing a probability game. So I just look at history, how I do on certain news events, and this is not one of my better ones, so just not gonna force it. But yeah, that would be, I'm actually making a note of that whenever I create that little course or make a little cheat sheet of news PRs I like and don't like. CYCN pushing.
CYCN.
Dang, J Money, I hope you're alive, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of signs, Colin, that I don't like it. That's a very good one. When things blow past 200s, when things blow past previous levels, and has merger news, you know, a little bit of red flags on it, but it's going to pull back at some point. I just don't know where, but you're 100% right, Colin. It's a good point. When they bust through the 200 so easy, little concerning. It busted through them, came back and used it as kind of like a trampoline, and then took off even harder. KTTA was a nice play though. And again, we've been in a very slow pre-market for a minute, but this is a prime example of that money rotation I'm talking about. Early news, okay-ish, not really that great. And then something else pops with better news, and then the money immediately rotates away from that previous play. This is like a textbook money rotation play. So this is what I look for a lot in hot markets. Whenever there's a lot of attention being stolen, we don't get to see it that much lately because, again, if we get one pop at 7 or one pop at 8, you know, it's a big deal. May want to keep an eye on mask. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't look at day 2 plays very much, success logic, but this one did seem interesting though, because this one's Chinese, right? And we're kind of on backside now. Or let me make sure before I say something crazy. Mask is Chinese, isn't it? Yeah, Chinese. Oh, this one has a super tiny float though. So I'll probably pass on it. But yeah, you're right. There's a good chance that this one probably gives back today. I said that about BFRG too, and you see what it did yesterday. So could be wrong. Luckily, I closed my BFRG position a little before open. But out of all the plays yesterday, that's the one that gave me the most trouble. That one rocked me, to be honest. But I didn't take a big loss on it, but I was a little nervous there for a little bit because I started scaling in at freaking, I think like 140 or something. But got out, basically break even on this flush. Ended up losing a little bit, but that was the only loss of the day. But like I said, $3,200 day yesterday, I can't complain. But out of all the plays, BFRG gave me the most trouble. And NCA and NCI, this sketchy ticker, which I love these sketchy halts. Took it long from, I can't remember, like, oh, it was $2 to, got out at like 260, then took a short at 240 and rode it all the way down to 150. Longed it, shorted it. So that was my biggest winner on the day. And I walked through that trade in the Discord, and a few others called it too. JSCE again. I feel like this one, I've been seeing it a lot. JCSE, I think I got it backwards, yeah. Oh yeah, it's pushing. Doesn't look very liquid, but green candle there. Justin told us not to short and immediately it rips. Yeah, I try to, again, I'm wrong a lot though, but if I avoid it, it's usually a good long or a good avoid. But again, there'll be times I say avoid that I'm going to avoid and it flushes. There's going to be times I take a trade and it keeps pushing, but again, it goes back to just interpreting the news. Mergers I just typically don't do well with. I got in and caught a quick little scalp, but I'm glad I got out quick. Dang, it's still pushing too. Jeez. Okay, what else are y'all seeing? I'm not seeing too much else going on. It's starting to get ugly right here. CYCN. Success logic. I'm still trapped in BFRG without taking a loss and remain in green 700. Went overnight. I needed to drop to 129 and I'll be up 1.5k. Wow, nice job. Where's it at now? Oh, but it's still at 164. Got it. So it still needs to drop quite a bit. Dang.
CYCN.
This was a long for sure. $150%. This is like a money rotation dream. You're in another play and then something rips 150%, just like this too, because it takes a while. It steals attention this whole time. This is a money rotation dream right here. And again, there's a strategy to the money rotation. This one's kind of luck, but again, when it heats up, maybe we'll talk about it more. But the play is you see something with trash news or just average news and it's hanging on, and then you see something else rip on good news. Historically, if I'm in the right headspace and I'm thinking about it, I'll slam the play I was previously in just in case you get that money rotation. And that's what I should have done with this one, but I was more just intrigued with CYCN more than anything. And when I say you, I'm talking about me. That's how I trade it, not financial advice. As always, this is high risk and it doesn't always play out how I expect. ASHAZ. What is this sketchy thing doing? Not interested. It's probably way over my market cap. Yeah, it is. I have the little free YouTube scanner on too. It gives all alerts. I don't really like it that much, but it picks up some of the trades that Trade Ideas doesn't pick up because I have it a little too dialed in, I think. But that's by intention, because during the day I keep it going and I don't want a ton of alerts. I want very specific alerts. So ELAB. That's another nano, isn't it? Oh yeah, it looks weak. Looks like it wants to get back today. Not nano, but micro. I'm seeing 1.1, so close to a nano. Oh, but Finvis is nano, so yeah, that's a tiny one. Yeah, but I hear you. It looks very tempting to short. It looks like it wants to dive, to be honest. I'm not very good at entering on red candles, so I would prefer it to kind of come back and retest these 200s or the VWAP, then take an entry. But since it's a nano, I've been trying to avoid those lately, so I'm gonna keep that going. DEFT is getting attention stolen from it. This was a after hours play. CSE getting a little volume now, a little bit. I don't really love the chart though, because now we're breaking new highs from 2 days ago and yesterday. So I'd really want to see it push, get a little too extended before I'm interested. We have some decent levels up here, 235. And the best one looks like probably 250. CYCN just broke a new high. This might be that, what's it called? A washout candle or whatever it's called. I don't, I don't pay too much attention to that, but it does feel like it tried to push over 4 and it's failing now, so. But no, I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't have any intentions of playing this. At least at this point. Maybe at some point, but probably the only way I'd consider playing this is if there was a, oh, there is a strong, somewhat of a level here. Look, 380. There's a lot of wicks right up here. So 380 might be a spot, to be honest. Yeah, that doesn't look too terrible, but again, I'm probably going to avoid. Do I have locates on this one? Oh, no, I already sold them back. That was my way of making sure I didn't get in it. But 380 might be decent. Again, I'm probably going to avoid it. It might turn out to be a good level, to be honest, because it keeps wicking over it but can't hold. Look at the 5 minute. Wick over it, wick over it. But in at 7:30, might get some attention stolen. Any decent PRs come out? A few came out. Let's see. RENX, their news looks decent. I wonder if I should try CYCN. If RENX takes off, but it's not, I don't think it's going to be able to hold. It's a tough decision. I might play it safe though and just avoid it. But it could flush here. RNEX holding up. So RNEX Enterprise Corp beats revenue guidance, delivering 8.2 million in post-acquisition revenue while completing full platform build out and retiring 11.9 million in legacy debt. Oh, there's that flush on CYCN. 380 was the level. And we get a little money rotation. RNEX is holding its own. Not really interested in RNEX. Oh yeah, it's probably gonna steal a little bit of attention here if it keeps pushing, getting volume. But if RNEX pushes a little bit more, I might be interested. What does the locates look like? They're cheap. $2 million float, 4 million market cap. It's a little company. And they have 8 million post-acquisition revenue. That's not that bad. Well, they have a net loss of 15 million though. Adjusted EBITDA negative 5.5 million. They need cash. So it's probably a short, but it's not up that much. Let's see what some daily levels. Ooh, I like these levels though. Y'all play it up here. I kind of drew that poorly, but I'm about to stab it right here, guys. All right. I'm getting no shares available. It's giving me a quote, but it's not giving them to me.
RENX.
Maybe that's a good thing. But potentially scaling from 230 all the way up to like 260, I don't think is a bad spot, but I can't get locates on it. I'm seeing y'all say tiny float, but I'm seeing 2 million. 2 million is fair game. Oh, but Finviz says it's 600K. Ooh, so it might be a nano. That might be why I can't get floats or shares. I'm surprised it's not stealing more attention away from CYCN now that it's pushing. I like this level though. Like I said, 230 to 260. There's a lot of congestion, but I can get shares. CYCN's starting to seem a little bit more interesting now if RENX takes off. Well, now I can't get any shares on CYCN. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to play either one of these locates. I sold back my locates probably too quick on CYCN. I do that on purpose so I don't play it again. But yeah, with this tiny float, so my plan was to kind of average into it in the 230s to 260 range, but I can't get locate, so maybe that's a good thing because the float is a little bit smaller than I think AskEdgar is disclosing. AskEdgar is saying 2.2. Finviz is saying less than 1 million, so that could get dangerous. But I feel like CYCN might make a trip to VWAP here soon. If RENX sustains, but let's see. J Money, hoping for a dump on CYCN. My computer crashed and I got stuck in it. Oh, goodness. It's unfortunate. So here's the RNEX flush. So money might rotate back over. Yeah, we're seeing a green candle now. Still like this 380 level, but again, with acquisition news, sometimes they don't respond like you want them to. We're at the $4 retest
CYCN.
and we're breaking new highs. And see, look, the money rotate away from RENX now. So the plan of scaling from 230 to 260 would have worked, but again, there were no locates, so. Oh well. At least I could talk through how I saw that, but didn't get to make anything on it. Our Lord may be protecting us from RNEA. Yeah, I think that nano flow, there's probably not a lot of shares on it. But yeah, pretty nasty flush. And this is why historically I've still played nanos, because again, they can be mean on the front side, but they're usually beautiful on the back side. But I'm gonna keep trying to avoid these for a little bit because the data was saying, at least for March, that I haven't been doing great with the nanos. Yeah, CYCN's a beast. I don't think that 380 level is probably going to hold now. A little bit of a money rotation play you could catch, but then the money rotated right back. So this already fought through one PR. Got attention stolen from it a little bit, but it still hung in there and broke a new high. So this one's showing a lot of strength. The CNI. What is this? A little pop on it. Earnings. Reports full year 2025 results with CDMO revenue doubling to 1.3 million and a year-end cash position of 1.8. Net loss was 8.3. I don't really like how Stock Titan gives me the PRs. I want to see, like, did they hit projections? How much are they down year over year? Oh, we're flushing. Boom, round trip. So I guess the best play of the day was avoiding CYCN or getting out quick. It was only 20 cents I caught on it, but that feels like a win after this move. So I'm gonna sit on my hands till we see another play, but there's nothing that really looks that interesting. Wish I could have got into RENX, but TradeZero teased me. Said there were locates, but they didn't give them to me, but might be a good thing because looks like it might be a nano. FinViz says it's a nano. AskEdgar says it's 2 million, but I think FinViz is usually more accurate. Small win on CYCN, nice. Yeah, there's been some scalping opportunities on it, but this is not one I would hold and assume you're gonna get a round trip. At least not yet. And it's already got almost 40 million shares traded on it, which is quite impressive for a almost $4 stock now. So it's getting the money flow for sure. RENX fighting back. This was an earnings one, right? Yeah, these earnings play, and I'll short earnings plays sometimes and they get a little overextended, but they're kind of weird too. Sometimes they are like a zombie, they come back. And it says 8.2 million in post-acquisition revenue. So, I mean, 8.2 million for a 4 million market cap stock isn't terrible, but the thing is they had a decent amount of net losses too. So their EBITDA is still pretty negative, but that's very common for these really small caps. Hence why they're small caps. In the green, 10.2K with drug. What happened with drug? Why you gotta bring up drug, bro? Give me PTSD. For people that don't know, this was my biggest loss in my career. Oh, okay, April's Fool. Trolling. Yeah. This and I shorted it when it was like I think $2-3, and look, it never came down. Never came down from October 2024. That's when I shorted it. And so look at this. Yeah, I have it taped to my desk actually, so I look at it every day, so I don't get too reckless. CYCN's breaking new highs. Wow. Couldn't resist. Got him. It's like, how'd you do that? This thing don't even hardly move anymore. They I think they locked up the float on this one. But yeah, I taped it to my desk because this reminds me to just not average up recklessly, because that's what I did with this one. Assuming there's no way it couldn't sustain. And guess what? A year and a half later, it's still up here. That's funny though. RE next, retesting highs. NEXR. What is this? Doesn't look very liquid. Oh yeah, it is. It's getting some money flow now. NEXR. Dang, another. Oh, this is Jeff. This is Jeff's rebrand ticker. So this is always a short. This company's so trash, but it's got a nano float now, so I'm gonna avoid it. I'm gonna try to keep my rules. I think I'm a decent trader, but if there's one area I could improve on, it's being disciplined. So, because I just think I can make money on most things, and luckily I've been able to. But I'm gonna start eliminating these nanos, so I'm not gonna play it. But this is a trash ticker. It usually flushes.
RENX.
RENX, new high. Good morning, good morning. Keep getting JCSE alerts. What ended up happening to it? I'm still fighting. Yeah, I still don't love this chart too much. Like I said, if it makes a strong move to 230, 250s, I'd consider it, but it looks pretty liquid now. Broke new highs and could it flush? It could flush. Oh, and it's about to happen right now. Look, could flush all the way to the 200s here, but it's just not my chart I like. But nice little death candle there. Is it me or are the nanos getting smaller and smaller float? I know that's kind of why I've started to dial them in. I think I've seen more nanos lately than I have probably throughout my trading career, though, for sure. Because again, I've always shorted them, but I've been cautious with them. But I think that's why I'm trying to stay away from them a little bit because yesterday was a perfect example. Outside of BFRG, I didn't get myself in any bad situations. And I think it was because I avoided most of the nanos. Um, and you can still make, or this is about me. I can still make money on nanos, but the problem is I just notice when I do take bigger losses, it's usually on the nanos. So I'll wipe out 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 other trades because I let a nano run on me. So I'm just going to avoid them. And again, other good traders I respect avoid nanos. So I'm like, maybe it's time. I switched that one out with Chinese. Can't have too many rules. So I'm back to short in Chinese. But I am going to be cautious in pre-market. We've seen some wild moves with these Chinese tickers. TGL. Nice little pop there for a second. Didn't hold though. Rookie number seems like seeing more and more of these sub 1 million float tickers. Yeah, and I think that's why I'm avoiding because it's kind of hot right now. I think there's a theme with nanos. You know what I mean? Pump the nanos. I mean, nanos are always hot in most markets, but they usually need to be tied to like a decent PR, and then they move. But now nanos are just popping just because they're nanos. So that kind of went into why I've been avoiding. Because they'll release a trash PR and then it'll still push really hard because it's a nano. Or sometimes they just pump just because they're a nano. So again, just got to follow what's hot in the market. There might be a day where nanos are not very hot again and it might be worth playing, but why is TGL even moving? $1.6 million float, 6 million market cap was what AskEdgar is saying. TGL. Treasury Global Technologies partners with a name I can't say, a group to accelerate global drone and electric mobility expansion. So some type of partnership news for defense. Current agreement is MOU, which not a binding transaction. I forgot what MOU stands for. but it looks like it's not a binding transaction. But I'm probably going to avoid it for now. Might be a trade there, but looks like it's already given some back. And it's not very liquid either. Only 83K shares have been traded on it, and it's not moving. So it'll probably die at some point, but I don't like getting in them if they're too illiquid either. But RNEX kind of starting to form a little trend up. CYCN giving back a little bit here. Might be headed for VWAP. Eight o'clock news is 4 minutes away, so we'll see what other PRs we get. I think as a team, we may want to plan to attend a traders conference by end of year if available. I wonder if the Friendly Bear is hosting one again. He is. He will host one. He just hosted one in Argentina last week. He was trying to get me to go to, and I felt bad, but I did not go. Got too much going on right now. But he usually hosts the one in LA, I think end of Q3, beginning of Q4 time frame. But yeah, I remember you saying that Success Logic. Next one I'm go to, I'll be more public about it. I was kind of quiet about that one, that I was going. But the next one I go to, I'll let you know. But the last one he had was in Argentina, I think. The one that was last week, I believe. And I'm weird about, I don't like long flights. And I had a lot going on this month, but maybe in the future. But I'm going to stick with the domestic ones for now. The domestic flights. Because we got a lot of chaos at our airports in the United States right now, so prefer not to fly at all. For a little bit, not forever, but I haven't been keeping up with it, but hopefully they start paying TSA workers soon. Eight o'clock is in 2 minutes, so should get some PRs. So let's see, money rotations. If there's a decent PR, CYCM might get some attention stolen from it. Same thing with RENX, but look, TGL had another little pump in it. But I can get locates on either one of these, so they're no plays for me. Nor do I think I would play them. Oh, you just said that, Godfather. Yeah, that was probably a play right there. It's not very liquid right now, but it's up to 120K shares. Still only up 13% though. Let's see what kind of PRs we get. Bunch of PRs. Something should move. None of them, just quick glance. Obviously, I'm reading titles super quick here, but nothing is catching my attention. Of like, oh, this is really good news. Because I look at these and I'll read the PR as should I avoid, or this will probably cause a pump, and I'm not seeing. I like the fluff news that'll cause a pump, but I don't really think it's that good of news. But I'm not really seeing any of that. I don't see any really amazing news, or I don't really see anything that might cause a pump either. ECOR maybe, but no, see, it's not moving it either. Maybe CLDI. Uh-oh. COCH just had a new PR. Announces first patient successfully reaching 12-month. Oh, I hope this one moves. It probably won't, though, because this is fluff news. I wish this one would pump, but it's not. Reaching 12-month endpoint in pivotal clinical trial for fully implanted implant. GNS. GNS is pumping though, but it's under 50 cents. What was GNS's news? Oh, earnings. SPAI just released a PR. It might move because it's a government contract. Not yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if this one pushes. This might be a long, guys. I don't think the market's seen it yet. I'm not going to jump in it long, but I'm kind of surprised this one's not moving a little bit. Maybe the float's too big to get interest, but SafePro awarded AI-powered edge processing system support order for the U.S. government. But yeah, it's not getting any love for this PR. And it supports its AI-enabled defense and situational awareness offering. Yeah, this one didn't get any love. BIAF is pushing. It's got a decent float on it too. Saying it's only up 13%, but that doesn't look right. It seems like it's up more than that. I might scale into this one. I just took a little stab at it. 429 entry. Next entries will be in the 30s, 430s. 439. Let me see what the news is. I didn't see anything that was that exciting. Bioaffinity technology lung test unit sales surge 146 year over year. So what was the original though amount? There we go, getting a little flush on it. I don't know. I took a stab at 429. Let's see if it fades. I don't think the news is that impressive. And the float looks like it's a decent size, so I don't think yeah, 4 million float. So I want to see if it drops here. I'm gonna hold. What's CYCN doing? Still hanging out. This 380 level is giving it trouble. 380 to 4. RNEX. It's struggling a little bit too. There we go. BIEF. Keep dropping. Enter 1,000 shares. 529. So I'm gonna see if we get a round trip out of it. Like I said, I don't really think it's that great of news. Because they didn't say how many they sold. So like 146% year over year. Like they might have only sold 10 originally and now they've sold 24 or something. Oh, that's probably not the right math, but the point is it could be like something not that extreme. So I'm just gonna hang out in this one. This one's popped recently, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if it round trips. I'm only in 1,000 shares. If it gets above 430, I might add more, but I'm not confident it's gonna push hard, but let's see. Now I want CYCN or RNEX to push back, start pushing, stealing some more attention. RYM, 50%. Pull this one up. Oh, this is a sketchy ticker right here. I'm not gonna mess with this one. $1.5 million float, 50 million market cap. There we go. There's that next leg down on BIEF. New low of this move. I'll trim a little here. 409. If I get, yeah, I got the fill. Cool. So still in half. So 20, call it 20 cents on it with that first fill. And let's see if it drops a little more. Oh, you can get RE and X shares now. RE, let's see, BIAF has a high short float, FYI. Yeah, I don't even look at that. Probably should start looking at that though. Yeah, I don't really look at that because I do know that means there is more potential for a squeeze. But you're right, it does have quite a bit. Anyways, called it 429 to 409. I'm still holding on some just to see if it round trips, but I might should have got out completely there. I'm seeing a decent sized order pop up on the bid, so if it pushes back up, I'll probably play it again, take another stab, but as of right now, I'm just going to see if it wants to return back to where it started. BYND breaking news, but that's, I think, a bigger market cap that I usually play. So if we push back to 429, I'll add back those shares I added. Or I covered, sorry. It shows a wick up here to 430, but I didn't get filled. My 429 didn't get filled. Now it did. So added my shares back. But I'm really not going to make that much on this one. I don't really have the confidence to add too much on BIAF unless it pushes. So the reason I'm keeping it small is because if it gets up to I have 1,000 waiting at 439, and then I don't have it set yet, but I'll add another 1,000 at 449 if we get up there. So don't want to go too heavy right here. Still only in 1,000 shares, trimmed half on the move to 409, back in full position, but again, I don't want to get heavy because just in case it pushes to 439, I'm going to add another 1,000, then 449, potentially 1,000 or 2,000 shares for the retest. Next cover 411. Yeah, it's not up very much. It's only up, that's like 10%. I usually don't even play these, but I don't like the news very much. So like I said, I kind of forced it. But yeah, no home run on this one. But it's been an hour since I've taken a trade. I might just get out here, honestly. It's starting to become illiquid. And I'm gonna fully cover at 411 if it hits it. Or I might just get out here at 414, honestly. Nope, it hit my 411, so I'm out. Yeah, I kind of forced this trade, guys. It wasn't up very much, but the news just felt weak to me, and I didn't think people would care about this play. So, worked out. Scalped it a couple times. And now we're since a trade. LOL, PDT makes me want to stand and try a bet, bro. PDT rules are so garbage. And again, like I said, it might be a discipline issue, but that's how I trade. I'm more of a, I don't want to say quantity, but but I kind of am. I like, because I don't like going just like super heavy in one play, because small caps, even when your conviction's high, it's still a manipulated small cap. And there's an objective behind why it's pumping, and you don't know what the insiders are up to. You don't know what so there are times I add more size for higher conviction for sure, but I don't like to get too heavy in any play ever, just because I got trust issues with these small caps. And sometimes when I think it's an A++ setup, something wild still happens. So I like to kind of disperse the risk across many tickers, but still not forcing trades. You shouldn't, trade a D setup or a C setup. But if it's a B- to A+, I'll take it. Sometimes maybe even a C, but it goes back to sizing. If it's a C setup, I don't size the same as an A setup. That's not a good way to do it. Yeah, like BFRG, exactly. I thought for sure that one was going to not become a multi-day, and it ended up pushing hard yesterday. Survived it, but man, it was a little bit of a roller coaster from, what was it? From maybe 9:40 to about noon. I was sweating. BCG, wow, is it a pass? I might have got distracted, honestly. Be talking too much sometimes. BCG. I don't even remember this one. I don't even remember talking about this one. Did we talk about this one? It just might not have been on my radar. Yeah, I don't think we've talked about this one. Yeah, this move I might would have been interested in at 7:05, but remember there was other plays I was playing at 7, so I probably didn't even see it. So on pushes, I mean, this is showing push, fades a little, push, fades a little, push, fades a little. So, I mean, if it pushes again, I might be interested, but I don't think it's just caught my attention yet more than anything. It is an earnings play from yesterday. But yeah, I think it's more I just haven't paid attention to it. Because, again, in the Discord, when you see me trading intraday, I'll take trades, a little different than I do in pre-market. Pre-market, I'm primarily looking for the KTTAs, the ones that push hard. I get an entry, and then I hope they fade soon. The BIAF, obviously, this is not a good example because it's not up very much, but it's still the same kind of, style I'm looking for. Strong push, get an entry, catch a fade. So that's mostly what I look for in pre-market. I'll try to trade some backside and some, but my favorite play in pre-market is the ones that's just irrelevant on the daily going down, and then all of a sudden they get a random pop. That's mostly what I'm looking for in pre-market. But I'll take some backside and some continuation type plays, but that's probably why I didn't look at it. HOTH had some news. Did it not do anything? Very, very small pop. RENX curling up a little bit. Yeah, John, to answer your question, it probably just wasn't on my radar. It is the second biggest gainer on the day, though. Good float size, good market cap size. Overall offering risk is low, though. I don't love that, but they beat revenue plus 11% year over year. Well, 7 o'clock was the best place today. KTTA was the MVP so far. And avoiding CYCN, that was probably the real MVP. BIAF is back. I'm done with it. I don't think I'm gonna play it anymore. If it pushes to the 430 range to high 440s, I'll play it, but I'm probably just gonna leave it alone. I caught a couple scalps on it. Didn't make that much, but a couple hundred and a couple hundred, I think. $429 to $409, and then $429 to $411. I don't hate the setup. It's just not up very much. I don't want it to get attention and I'm in too early. So I'm gonna wait for the 430s if it wants to. Oh, and I still have my order sitting. I didn't even realize that. So yeah, if it goes to 439, I'm gonna get a fill. So I'm gonna just leave it there. Here we go. I might get this fill. Nope. Not enough in it. As of now. Good morning, good morning. How you doing? Your ankle. All things Trump. BIAF might push a little here. So like I said, I have an order waiting at, ooh, I think there's a big ask. That's why there's a decent size ask at, I'm gonna slide my order down to 534. I'm gonna chase it a little bit, but playing this low liquidity game. So I'm in it. Back in it. I still have my 439, but I saw there's a decent size order on the ask at 435, so I stabbed it at 434. So let's see if we get a little bit of, again, this is maybe a C setup, guys. kind of forcing a trade here, but let's see if it flushes. And then I have another order waiting at 439. But 8:30s in 5 minutes. Let's see if we get some more plays. Again, the best plays were early today, so that's 7. VIVS, which I prefer because they tend to fade better, so not complaining. VIVS just got wrecked. I don't know what that was about. $439 filled. So now my next entry is 450. If we break that, I might just cut. Or 449 is my next entry. So I'm in the money because my 439 got filled, but only by a few cents. So I'm gonna wait and see if it gives back a little here. And again, it's not, like I said, this is a C setup at best. So maybe we'll get some setups here in a few minutes. Where's VWAP at? So since I'm in, I might do my first cover 423 and then the next one like around the 413 range. SKYE rising. SKYE. Going up on red candles. This looks sketchy, so I'm going to leave it alone. It's not up very much. BIAF, let's see if we make that move down. I'm only in 1,500 shares. Took 500 share stab at 534 and 1,000 at 539. So I'd like to get to 424 as my exit, my first exit. TBH, new high a day. Too cheap. This KYE is pushing up a little bit here, but it's still very liquid, so is PFRG slowly giving back now? I don't trust it. I'm not going to play it anymore. But oh yeah, good deal. Fell below the 200, 1 minute 200s. Yeah, looking like it's heading the right direction. So is it 4:30? Yeah, 4:30. So let's see if we get any PRs here. So I got my cover, the 424 hit. So took my first cover on BIAF. Again, not making that much on it. I am in BIAF 440. Nice. 8:30. Not seeing anything that looks that amazing either. There's a decent amount of PRs that came out though at 8:30. Oh, CYCU. I thought CYCM posted another PR, but it's another one, CYCU. They were doubling up there for a second. APRE, 30 million private placement. I think it's moving a little bit. Ooh, BFRG is making another leg down. I forgot what ticker I just said. APRE. And all these pops are just so weak. I'm gonna leave this one alone until it pushes a little more. Well, the session started off hot, but man, it sure cooled off. BIF, a little bit of a flush here. Like I said, my next exit is 413. I might actually make it 415. Again, just little scalps, guys. I ain't making much off this. I'm just familiar with this pattern, so I'm just trying to take advantage of it. CYCN is new high a day. This beast it's probably gonna be our runner on the day. I might just get out completely on BIF 423. All right, I'm out. I just went ahead and got completely out of BIF. So it wasn't that much of a play. My average was, I think, almost 437. So call it 13-cent move on it, 1,500 shares. Nothing crazy, but it's kind of rough right now. Need to quit forcing trades, but yeah, I got into 2 plays immediately after 7 o'clock, and I think they were kind of quick, but they worked out. But man, it's been kind of slow ever since 7. This is usually where I wrap up the live stream, but I kind of want to stay around a little bit longer, see if there's anything else pops up. Green on the session, green on all the plays, but just not that impressive wins. Just little small base hits. too many of y'all jumped into CYCN. Seeing the group. Got a little beat up from it. Just learn from this, the merger news. Be careful with it. Again, not financial advice, but I personally don't love merger news. Or at least wait till the move's over. Nice, just got a private, and I know you're probably on the stream right now, so I'm not gonna say names, but got a nice little DM. First screen month, year to date. They recently joined the group. Sent their month, so makes it all worth it, guys. I'm glad some of y'all are having some good success. The game, short selling, we have a massive edge. It's just like, don't let the wrong plays take you out. That's the key with short selling. Huge edge, but if you're in the wrong play, you just got to recognize it quick and just not let the losses take you out. And that's kind of why I'm avoiding nanos recently, is because I noticed I actually have an 80% win rate with them, but the 20% I lose on, they tend to be a bigger hit than I prefer, so that's why I've kind of eliminated them. But that's kind of the game with short selling. We have an edge. Most plays will fade, but the ones that doesn't, or the one that does not fade that you're in, you gotta recognize it quick so it doesn't beat you up too much. Yeah, T-Bone, I saw your comment. You getting in at 4 made sense, though. You waited till the move was over, so $4 makes sense. But I ended up having a crazy little pump right there too. Because a 384, if I was forced to take a position, it would have been there, but glad I avoided it though. ORIC. E-liquid. What do you define as nano? Everything under 1 million. Yes. Micro under 3 million, nano under 1 million. And again, I think the nano term is pretty universal. My definition of micro, I don't know if it's right. Some people might be 5, some might be 2, but I define it as less than 3. I think AskEdgar defines micro as less than 4, but yeah, nano's less than 1 million. How do you see the top of the move so well? Just looking for resistance on the daily. Yeah, it's a combination of price action, daily. Yeah, if there's daily levels I like. So gap fills. Sorry, we're getting an alert. ASTC. ASTC's pumping a little bit here. Is this a nano? I feel like this one's a nano too. No, I'm seeing 1.4 million. ASTC. What does FinViz say? 1.4. So it's pretty tiny. Did they get any new news? Or it's just pumping? Because if we get back up to like 630-ish, this might be a retest play. I'm not seeing any news. Might not be a bad one to, for me, not y'all, for me to start stabbing if it gets a little bit higher. So it recently popped, what's this, wicked all the way up to 635, but mostly failed around 630. And then a little before that, it had a pop to 650. So I'd really like to see it there, but it doesn't look like it's gonna make it. And speaking of the previous question, this is kind of what I do. So yeah, just looking at the daily, finding resistance levels. I really like whenever it's a downtrend chart. This is actually a pretty good example. And you see this is a type of level I really like. When you see a downtrending chart, but you see it drop to a certain level numerous times like this. So there's obviously some type of, you know, resistance, wall, whatever you want to call it right here. So mostly looking for that. But also you'll see me just kind of jump in and stab them randomly sometimes. It probably feels random, but it's usually price action. So I like to see them push and kind of stall, and then I'll usually take my entry. Again, there's a little bit of an art to it. It's just watching price action when I think it's stalling out, and the daily levels for sure. I don't really even use hourly levels, or you know, I'm just looking at the 5 minute and looking at the daily mostly. DEFT. We're gonna retest on DEFT. I gotta keep an eye on both these. Both these might be a play. DEFT. Oh, this is a nano. No, I'm not gonna mess with DEFT. I'm tempted to jump in ASTC here, but I'm gonna wait, see if it pushes a little bit more. And it's a multi-day. I think somebody said that in the comment. Yeah, John said that in the comment. Multi-days are not my favorite. Retest of highs on multi-days, I don't mind, but if it breaks and holds highs, then yeah, I definitely don't want to play it as it tries to make a new high. Strong push over the 200, hit some levels, bouncing on the 200 daily, it looks like. So I'm gonna wait, see if it pushes a little bit more so I can have a tight stop on it if I'm wrong. Yeah, DEFT. Oh, 336 million float? Oh, yeah, I looked at that wrong. I thought it said 363,000. Yeah, this is a big float. That makes me not want to trade it either, though. That's too big of a float. I usually don't, you probably don't hear me say that too often, but that's a big float. I don't like that. So I'm going to pass on it. And it's an earnings play. So 9 o'clock will be here in 15 minutes. I'll hang out at least till 9 o'clock, see if there's any new PRs. We had a reverse stock split pump yesterday that actually did pretty well on. Let's see if there's any more today that might move. So the market went through a phase previously where there was a bunch of reverse stock split tickers that on the day they would reverse stock split, they would pump. And that's the only reason. So obviously fundamentally nothing changes. The key was just not to get too heavy too early, because they would always fade. And we got one yesterday too, right at 9 o'clock. There was a reverse stock split pop that I played. So I wonder if we'll get any more today at 9. Because almost every day has reverse stock splits, but rarely do they like actually pop. But I'd love for that little theme to come back. Because they'll just like make 1 or 2 candles up and then they're cooked. ASTC is probably one of the main reasons I'm not kind of jumping in now, because a lot of times I'll average up to my position small, but it's not very liquid, so I'm gonna wait for it to get to the target that I want to get in. That's what she said. I don't even remember what I said, but I love a good "that's what she said" joke. So today is the 1st. Do we have any today? AUUD BARK UCAR. What was the one that popped yesterday? Was it Path? Yeah, it was. Here's a perfect example. This is the one that popped yesterday. So they did a reverse stock split at 9. Pushed all the way up to 290 and came right back down. So this is what time they usually do them, at 9 o'clock, or I think they always do them. But I doubt we'll see a play today, but I'll be on the lookout just in case. Probably was just a one-off. Dang, CYCN still pushing? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was my best play of the day right here, just avoiding this thing. Again, remember, not financial advice, but merger news, be careful. If you're on the short side. I wish I would have taken a long on it at this point though. Man, we up to $5 now. We're about there. DEFT, nice little rejection off that level. High a day retest. I'm gonna pull up 4 windows for the ones that's going to reverse split today. So AUUD, again, I'm very low expectations, but we saw it yesterday. So let's see if we get another one today. So AUUD is going to do one. BARK. 5 minute. 5 minute. And UCAR. I'm just gonna do 3. There we go. Again, low expectations. Oh, and UCAR, yeah. Look what it's trading at. So see, after 9 o'clock, it won't be 4 cents anymore. It'll be, it's only a 1 to 10, so I think it'll only go to 40 cents. I still won't even get them over $1. It's weird, but whatever. AUUD is a 1 to 7.7, and then BARK is a 1 to 20. So I'm gonna do a little research on these real quick, since there's nothing else happening. UCAR, very familiar. It's a trash ticker we short all the time. Chinese ticker. 2 million float currently. When it reverse splits, what will that make it? What was it again? That would make it a nano, I think, or definitely a nano. 1 to 10, so yeah, that's gonna be a tiny float. So might just avoid that one. 4K. It's currently 5 million, it looks like, so that'll be a good one if it pumps. And then AUUD. It's already 500. It's already a micro or a nano. Okay, well, let's see. Hopefully there's a better 9 o'clock play, and I'm not even looking at these, but just got them pulled up just because we saw one yesterday, so maybe we'll get another one today. Broke 5 on CYCN. My goodness. Wow. Wow, wow. All eyes on CYCN. 80 million shares traded on it. $5 ticker. Still 38 minutes till market opens. This is what you call money flow. And as a short seller, I don't pay too much to the liquidity and volume, you know what I mean? Like, but if it is the leading gainer going into or to market open, I do think that's bullish if it's leading in volume. It doesn't always mean it's going to rip, but I consider that more bullish than bearish for sure. Thanks for sharing, Josh. So shares of oil-related companies are trading lower after President Trump announces in Truth Social posts that the suspension of U.S. strikes on Iranian power generation and energy infrastructure for 5 days. I love how the time frame keeps getting longer and longer. It's very weird negotiation style, but 48 hours, then 5 days, then 10 days. Now, I guess we got more days. I wonder if 5 is going to give, because 5 is such a strong cycle level. $5, $10, 15, 20, things like that. I don't know if I'm going to draw a line on the chart there, but I wonder if it struggles around 5, because if it holds 5, the sun's coming in. I don't have blinds in this room. I can barely see, but anyways, if it breaks 5 and holds, it'll probably at least get up to 620, and it has a history of making strong moves too. Look at this, from like $2 all the way to almost $10. So good push. Yeah, it's usually not a good sign. J Money, you alive? Yeah, let me get my, gosh, I don't know why the sun, I can barely see my monitor right now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on all these going into 9, see if one of them pumps. Try to let it make its move first. Try not to get in too early. And again, low expectation, guys. We haven't seen a trend yet. We only saw it one day, so look at CYCM breaking new highs. So nothing might happen, but the reason why I like them is because fundamentally, obviously nothing has changed. It's actually a bad sign they're having to do a reverse split. But for whatever reason, sometimes after they do the reverse split, you'll see them immediately pump at 9. And I consider it a short, as long as the float's not too crazy and as long as I don't get in too early. So but again, low expectations. None of them might pump, but we'll see if there's any 9 o'clock PRs as well. So, and I'm up on the day. I'm not going to force a trade, but again, it's mostly just been mediocre base hits. Besides KTTA, I caught a decent move on it, but I wasn't very heavy on it. Nine o'clock. See what kind of PRs we get. Decent amount of PRs came out though. Let's see. So UCAR pumped to 50 cents and came back down, not much of a pump. My trading view didn't update the after reverse split price, but only UCAR. Oh, it's pumping now. So, okay, let's see what it does. It's up to 50 cents. Not a lot of volume yet, but I'm grabbing some locates when it breaks over 50 cents. I wish it would reflect accurately. I don't know how to do. I'm sure there's a setting. Okay, yeah, UCAR is pumping now. Got my first stab, 53 cents. Got my second stab, 52 cents. So my average is, oh, actually, no, my average is 54 cents. I got better fills than I thought I did. Kind of confused, but I'll take it. So now let's see if it drops down. It's at 49 cents now. Probably a nano, so I got to be careful with it. I know I said I'm avoiding nano, but I don't really know what the float is. So let's see if it keeps pumping a little bit here. If it holds over 60, I might cut and restab it at another spot. Yeah, we getting that pump we were talking about though? So I'm out 60 cents. Well, no, it didn't hit my, I had a stop at 62 cents. I thought it was going to hit it. And then I'm just going to re-add. Dang, I wish I could get the chart to reflect. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Oh, there you go. Now it's showing the accurate price. So yeah, this is just a reverse stock split pump. So it should come back to reality. Maybe got in a little early on it, but let's see. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I usually don't stream this late. Just there wasn't a lot of plays today, so I'm still hanging out. Oh, BIAF is pushing again. So that sounds about right. I did the math, and that's probably where it's at. So look at me in a freaking nano, but this is a different play. So I added at 59, so my average now is 55 and some change. So let's see if it breaks down or if it keeps pushing. Like I said, I got to stop at 62 cents though, because I don't want a nano to run on me. And then I'll just let it decide where it wants to go. But again, they usually almost always return back because it's just a reverse stock split pump. There's no fundamental reason it should be pumping. It's still a trash company, but I just got to let it make its move first. Trimmed some, I got into 3,000 shares, so trimmed some at 53 cents just there. So I'm just gonna hang out with a couple thousand. It's a tiny float, so I'm just gonna be cautious with it. Made a couple cents on it, but more just to get my size down. So now I'm just in 2,000 shares for fun. Average 56. Let's see if we get our flush. I actually wasn't expecting one to actually pump, so this might become a trend. It's a trend I support though. If it wasn't Chinese, I'd probably be adding size right here, but since it's Chinese and nano, you just always got to be cautious. And I'm still seeing 2 million. That's probably because that's the pre-float one, but I'm gonna roll with that so I don't break my nano rule. I'm seeing 2 million. But appreciate it. Thanks for the nice comment. Here we go. Let's see if we crack. I wish something else was moving right now to steal attention. There wasn't really any 9 o'clock PRs, CYCNs giving back, RENEX not doing much. So See what UCAR decides to do. We could break and hold under 50 cents. We'll probably get a flush, but it's only up about 35% right now. Not anything crazy. So technically only up about 14 cents. So I'll trim in the 40s probably when it gets close to 40 even. There we go. We're in the 40 cents. Went ahead and trimmed a little 49. I'm probably being a little skittish with it, but didn't make that much on it. So I'm just going to write all these 1,000. A little spooked just because it's Chinese, but CYCN still pumping? Nope. It's giving back. $0.59 is next ad on UCAR if it gets there. This will probably be the last play of the live stream, guys. Yeah, this one wasn't my favorite one because it didn't pump too hard and it's Chinese, so there's always concern with that. But there's something to pay attention to if these get hot. 9 o'clock, that's when the reverse stock splits are. So and again, the reason why I like them is because it's pumping on like BS. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they even need to do a reverse stock split is not a good sign. And two, like fundamentally nothing has changed, so it just comes back to reality pretty quick. Make its little move up, and then they usually fail. So but yeah, I was hoping we get a 9 o'clock PR too, but I don't see anything else really moving. So 7 o'clock started hot, but it was a kind of a brutal pre-market, to be honest. If I'm ever hanging out this long, that's usually a sign that the market wasn't too hot because I'm still trying to find a play. CGC up. What is that? CGC's moving. Canadian. Oh, this is a big market cap. I'm good. Back to watching UCAR. 59 cents fill. But again, if we start breaking new highs here, though, I might just stop out because again, I'm only in 2K shares. Got to trim some on that first move and just wait to see where it pushes to, and then maybe take a stab in a little bit. Yeah, it's starting to push. So it stopped me out at 62 cents. Might just let it push a little bit more. And again, there probably will be a play here at some point, but I might let it push a little bit first. But this is a good example of one that's pumping. It's already making a second leg too. If it wasn't Chinese, I'd want to average into it right now. This is tough. I'm about to take one more stab here at 65 cents. Let me do this. So playing it one more time. BIAF is pushing. So I'm back in 64 cents. Because again, they usually fade after these reverse splits. So I'm back in a couple thousand shares, 64 cents. BIAF is pushing. Wow, it made a strong move. I'm just going to watch UCAR for now. BIAF, I don't really like the chart pattern now. I will like it if it goes up to like 5 to 538 though. There we go. Let's see if we fell here. Again, anything can happen, but they typically don't hold when they do this. So let's see. Nothing is guaranteed. It's Chinese. But hanging out with a couple thousand shares, 64 entry. And the money, but I want to see if it cracks. Be a good time for something else to start moving though. A few more PRs came out at 9:15, but of course they all look like trash. CYCN, a little bit of a pullback. RNEX still hanging out. BIAF, yeah, if this one pushes to about 5 to 540, I'll probably be interested. Yeah, it does look like it's kind of going to drop though. Yeah, and you called it. Look at it, it's dropping. Good call. Too busy focused on the sketchy ticker. I love my sketchy tickers. Looks kind of backside. It's hard to tell because it's still kind of on trend. I don't know if I would call it backside yet. Because it's still, you know, just a few, 3 candles ago, it was breaking new highs. I would consider it backside if it pushes again and fell short of 480. But it could be. I mean, it could keep going down, but I don't know if there's enough confirmation just yet to say that. Like if it hits like the 9, tries to put, or the VWAP, since it typically bounces off VWAP, we've seen that. Then it makes like a new push, and then it comes back towards VWAP. I would think it's backside. But it might be. I don't know if I can confirm that yet. But it was a good call out. Come on, UCAR. Let's see if we break down here. Again, they typically do, but this one's like super small float in Chinese, so I wonder if people try to pump it. Because it's hanging out a little bit longer than PABS did yesterday. But I'm still in it, hanging out. About 10 cents in the money, well, 8 cents in the money now on 2,000 shares, so nothing too impressive. But I want to see if it cracks a little more. Might as well do market open. I'm still here, jeez. Only 31 likes, so give me some more likes. I'll do market open. Willing and Dylan. I might trim 1,000 at 51 cents or 52 cents. UCAR put up a little fight. Of course, because I say that they usually always flush, but I still think it's going to flush, but it's putting up a little fight first. Getting a little bit of flush here, but let's see if it cracks. I'm up 10 cents, so a couple $100 on 2,000 shares. But again, I want to see if it cracks a little bit more, being a little greedy. And while we're hanging out, I put my Discord link in the comment section. So if you want to join, got a free trial going on. We trade almost all day if the right setups are there. Hoping it fails before open. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good where it's at. I like it being under VWAP, struggling to push here. I think it'll fail. Or at least I'll get my 52-cent fill. If it breaks under 50 cents, it's a wrap though. There we go. My 52-cent filled. So let's see if we keep dropping. BIF slowly flushing. Yeah, that was a good call. And again, it might be backside. I just don't know if we can confirm that just yet. So I've been kind of looking to see what what stocks I'm gonna be watching at market open, and I don't even know if this will be a good market open, to be honest, because I don't really see. I might just have to look for new moves, because CYCN, I'd be more willing to take a long on that one than a short. REMX, I couldn't get locates earlier. Let's see if I can get locates on but isn't this one a really tiny float? REMX. Why am I? Oh, RENX. No wonder I couldn't find it. RENX. Yeah, this is saying nano too, so I'm gonna avoid this one. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna be watching, but I'll just watch price action and yeah, look at BIF. Nasty flush. Good call, guys. UCAR is looking like it's barely up on this chart though, so maybe I just go ahead and close this one out because I don't want to be in this before market open. I covered half at 52 cents, but thought it might give us a little bit bigger flush, but I don't know if it will. So I'm gonna hang out in it until market open, then I'll probably close it right before. But yeah, there's not a lot I see that I really like. Yeah, look at this flush on BIF. Nice. Now the key is see if it bounces here. So this might be one of my main watches actually at market open. If we get a bounce to retest 480, I would take a entry, then probably take another stab around 5, and then probably average up to 538. So this is going to be the main play I watch, but the other ones I don't really love. Should have went long BIF. What do you mean? Oh, you mean CY? Oh wow, CYCN. Wow, yeah, this thing's looking strong. So we're getting that little flush on UCAR, so I might get out here at 52 cents again. I just don't want to be in it at market open just in case it does some weird move. But you get the idea. You'll get the pump. Now that this is, the chart has kind of recalibrated, I got in too early on it. But a lot of times you'll see a stronger, like I said, PAVS, yeah, yesterday was a better example of the 9 o'clock pop whenever they get reverse split. So, but we got to see a sneak peek of it today with UCAR. Didn't pump very hard though. But I'm gonna keep an eye out at BIAF at market open. And CYCN, I don't think I'm gonna take a long on it, but I'll see what price action does. Price locates. I wonder if I still have some. So now that I closed this, broke $1,000 on the session. Again, I'll be content with that today. Barely. $1,007.56. Yeah, you can get single use though for $4.50. So I'm just gonna, I'm fine. That's not that pricey. Or actually, never mind. It was $6. I don't know why I went ahead and grabbed them because I don't even think this one's gonna pump. But let's see. CYC went in. It's already pumping. Oh my gosh. That should have been a long. If it looks like it's gonna hold up, you know what I'm gonna do. The Discord knows at least. I'm gonna get in that thing. Oh my goodness, look at BIAF. Guess I won't be playing that one. Jeez, what a tank. I wonder if I should try to get in this pullback. I got in the pullback on CYCN small long. $5.81 was my entry. I'm not gonna let it go negative on me much. So if it, there we go, break 6, break 6, break 6. Yeah, no, BIAF, that was a disgusting flush. Small long on CYCN, 581. If we start, if it starts going the opposite direction, I'm gonna get out pretty quick though, because I'm not a very good long trader. So I'm gonna set a stop at 4. Uh-oh, it might just get out here. I'm gonna set a stop at 545 on these shares, so I can look at other plays. 542. All right, so what were some of these other plays you're saying? ASTC, man, BIAF, what a beautiful flush. Wow. Trying to bounce here. If it gets back to VWAP, I might play it though. UCAR pushing again. Yeah, that's why I wanted to close it before market open, just in case. I might take another stab at UCAR. I'm being slow though, intentionally. I haven't jumped in it yet. I don't know. It's not up that much. I'm probably done with UCAR, to be honest. I feel like I'm forcing a trade, so I'm gonna wait on it. It'll probably flush, but between its Chinese and Nano, I feel like I'm kind of forcing it. I might see if it pushes a little more. Yeah, I would trade BIAF at VWAP. Maybe take a little entry. My CYCN position is pushing, so happy to see that. I'm just going to let it ride, to be honest. ASTC halted. ASTC. Dang, I should have pulled that one up. But it's multi-day too. But yeah, that's a beautiful rejection. Nice. CYCN is struggling to hold over 6. Let's see if we get a bounce off the 9 here. If not, it'll probably flush. Is anything else really running? Because I'm surprised CYCN's not pushing if nothing else is really still in attention. UCAR's pushing. I'm glad I avoided that one. But it's starting to look interesting now. So I'm going to stab it here at 70 cents, 71 cents. Get my first entry. So I got in exactly 72 cents actually. So 72 cents, very small. Next stab will be 79 cents. So I'm up a couple $100 on my CYCN position, so I'm gonna trim some here just to secure some profit. So I trimmed some of my CYCN because it's pushing. Just secured some profit. So now even if I stop out, I'll still be green on this trade. But I'm gonna let these run. just in case. UCAR in the money, but nothing too fancy yet. So let's see if it breaks down a little more. Yeah, that was a pretty good trim on CYCN. I got 621, so rode it from 581 to 621, caught a 40-cent move on 300 shares, and I'm still holding 300. Well, there's a VWAP play. And it's flushing. RENX is pushing. So this might steal some of the CYC. Well, starting to reject though, so money might rotate back over to CYCN. JCSE. Ooh, strong push. This was that push I was talking about in pre-market. If we get a strong push like this, I might be interested. $1.8 million float, 10 million market cap. Yeah, it's probably a decent play here. But I'm already in a couple plays, so I'm just gonna watch UCAR and my CYCN long. CYCN's pushing again. I'd like to see this one just take off. There we go. CYCN. Let's go.
CYCN.
Up quite a bit on these shares now. Securing some profit. Let's go. I'm up $1 a share on these things now. Still holding a couple hundred though. Let's go. And we just hold it up. Oh no, it broke down. And I'm in the hold up now. Let's go. I'm only in a couple hundred shares now though, because I was trimming. I was only in 600 originally, because again, I'm not a long expert, but I've been killing them lately. I gotta be honest. So oh yeah, I forgot about my UCAR position. Yeah, it's a how are we doing today? Took the morning off. It was a good morning. Now it's even better because I just entered long on CYCN and it halted up. I got in right at open, 581. But yeah, it was Adam. You didn't miss much. 7 o'clock there were some plays, but most of the session there wasn't a lot going on. Didn't miss much. BIAF was one of the better plays, and I played these small little scalps, so I missed this big move. Only other play I'm in right now is UCAR, but CYCN is going to make the morning for me. Yeah, CYCN salted. So I don't want to like lose because I've caught a decent move on this so far. So I set a stop for 688. So if we start to flush under 688, I'm gonna stop out. And that'll still be a solid gain. UCAR is pushing here. Again, my next ad is 79 cents. I haven't taken any profit. I probably should have on one of those flushes, but that's all right. So next tab is 79 cents. Come on, so close to it. You better hit it at this point. Bro, you gonna fail at 787?
RENX.
RENX, strong little push here. So see if I get my 79 cent fill. Oh, I did. I got my 79 cent fill on UCAR. Again, I'm only in 2,000 shares. I'm trading this one small, guys, because this one's a kind of sketchy play. UCAR is pushing. So next ad will be 89. Oh, really? This is my last locate. I've already bought all. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm seeing $45 for 1,000 though. But I already have another 1,000 on the sideline. $20 for 1K on Oceans. Nice. Now, I saw you comment about how they have some of the best prices, but also Ocean has some of the most expensive fees I've ever seen too, though. So it kind of evens it out. But they do have good locate prices, so that's good. So unfortunately, it hit my 688 stop, but I'm pretty content. No, I was saying the fees. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Everybody that ever says they go to Ocean comes back and says Damas just did it recently, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't. Maybe like I said, maybe I don't know. But everybody that gets Ocean, they tell me their fees are off. Maybe it's international. Who knows? I'm gonna trim some of the UCAR here. Because Damas in the group recently was like, TradeZero is too expensive. I'm going to Ocean One, and then he came back and was like, I was wrong. It's actually more expensive, so maybe not. And then Steven, he used to do TradeZero, then he went to Ocean, but maybe I'm wrong because I haven't tried it. But anyways, UCAR, I trimmed some there on that flush, so I'm only in 1,000 shares now. And the UCAR fees are only locates are only $20 now, so I might grab some more now. So I got some on the sideline now just in case I need them. Yeah, they dropped down to 20 bucks now. So if it gets to 80, probably 85 cents, I might stab it again. Wonder if I should get back in CYCN here. It's walking up the 9. I might do that with a tight stop. Let's see what price action says. What does the daily look like? Is there any daily resistance here? 680. Ooh, there is a little bit, so I'm probably not going to. Yeah. I made my long position money doing it. I'm just gonna pass on it now and focus on UCAR, and then after I get out of UCAR, I'm gonna call it a day. Did they go up again? I grabbed them when they were 20. Let's see what they are now. Usually don't see it fluctuate up and down. Oh yeah, now it's back up to 60. Yeah, I got an order waiting at 85 as well. It's not fading cleanly. It probably will at some point, but I'm just scalping it at this point. And honestly, I'm ready to get out of it. I'm ready to be done trading for the morning. I've done well. That long on UCAR really helped. So sitting 1600 on the morning, I'm content with that. Appreciate it, Adam. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it wasn't too exciting, but caught a nasty flush on KTTA at the beginning, so that really helped. And then a few base hits. I should have got out of UCAR there. That was a nice. I don't like that candle, guys. That was a strong recovery candle. 5 minute. What's CYCN doing? It's still hanging out though. Well, Adam, you just decided to take today off. A little breather day. Just this morning slept in. Bro, I don't blame you. Some of these mornings I have to fight to get on these live streams because I want to just keep sleeping in. So I don't blame you. You do pretty well from the 4 to 7 session though, so I need to start looking at that more. I used to trade that session a lot more, but now I just value my sleep because I stay up. I mean, I stay up too late, so I can't do both. But there's usually a lot of good plays from 4 to 7 a.m. And they're usually just pumping on no news. I do like that. Yeah, I bet. But I'm happy to, let me see, I was reading through the comments. I'm glad you got a good experience with Ocean. It's so weird though. Like I've just kept seeing this where people will be like, I'm going to Ocean. I heard the fees are better. And they come right back and say that they missed something. I don't know what it is, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just a trend I've noticed. And Damas just did it last month. We got a recent example. But I do like Ocean that it's offshore though. You don't have to do the what? The 25K, right, Adam? You don't have to do that? So I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe that was because he was international. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't dig into the fees too much. I probably should. Because, well, TradeZero is never over like 50 bucks a day, so I just never really dig into it too much. BIAF, this was a good retest. I probably should have played, but I'm kind of burnt out, so I'm kind of just trying to wrap up with UCAR. Oh, they require 30K now? Jeez. Yeah, that's where Ocean One has even a bigger advantage, I think. They get around that. They probably should have played BIAF now that I look at it. But like I said, I just want to get out of this UCAR. I'm just hanging just till I get out of this position. But I'm going to bounce at 10 regardless of where I'm at. But get back to VWAP, I'm probably going to get out. But there is a good chance this round trips though. Interesting. Yeah, got it. Yeah, 25 is the, but I didn't know they require 30K now. That's wild. Getting a little bit of a flush here. Like I said, I'm gonna probably set an order at 73, and I'm probably gonna look back at 4 p.m. and it's gonna be under 50 cents. And I'm gonna be like, should have held. But I think I'm gonna get out pretty quick. Having a good morning. Don't want to think about trading for a little bit. I got some work to do and I am out. Just hit my exit. So cool. Not decent morning. Nothing crazy, but I'll take it. So I will see the rest of you on the Discord. If you're new, there's a link for the Discord in the comment section. Would love to have you. And if not, I will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. See y'all.